Mr. Beetroot,
Yeah.
tell us about that.
I thought it added a bit of colour to the burger. Obviously Storm, beetroot bleeds a bit of purple, so that's my addition to the burger, yeah.
Now, we've had a few boys come up here and say they can knock over a few. What about yourself?
Oh, no, I'm not a really big eater, so one's enough for me, but have a few lads in the side, especially the cheese there, you'd knock a few over, I reckon.
The big game this weekend against the Roosters. How are we going to match what we did against them last time?
I think the start's really important. I think we see the longer the game goes on, and especially the quality opposition, the ball stays in play a longer time, the fatigue sets in, so if you start well it just sets up a good foundation. So that's probably the focus this week, and I think in the big games we've played this year so far, just little moments we've sort of let slip a little bit, so that's a little focus too, I reckon. Once it does get tough, just paying more attention to detail.
That last time we played them at Suncorp was that famous field goal night. Do you think about that game very often? Because it was basically where you first showed everyone what you could do.
No, I don't think about it too much. It was obviously really nice at the time, and one of those games you sort of dream to be a part of and play a role in, but I had to turn my attention away from that pretty quickly. Had some big games after that, and this year's a new year and new guys in the team, and so it's a different challenge now.
You knocked over that long field goal that night. Have you been doing any practicing field goal kicking with all the goal kicking practice you're doing?
Oh yeah, always do a little bit of practicing. Whenever the ball's laying around the field, I just grab it and try to kick a field goal. So it's just those sort of little things I do. Don't necessarily spend heaps of time doing it, but if I have a ball in my hands and I can have a shot at it, I'll do it.
Now, of course, everyone talks about the battle of the two fullbacks now when you come up against your mate James Tedesco. Is it something you think about, or is it something that's more of a media chat?
Oh, more of a media chat, I think. It's probably a little bit disrespectful, some of the stuff that's been said about him this week. He's been at the top of his game for a long time, and I've only been here for a couple of years, so he's definitely earned the title as the best fullback, and it's always good to go up against the best fullbacks, and this week's no different, it's just another challenge.
New South Wales jersey is his at the moment. Very hard to get that one off him.
Oh yeah, impossible, I'd say. He deserves it. He got man of the series a couple of years ago, and it was probably one of their best last year as well. So I think as long as he keeps playing good footy, he deserves it, and that should be no different.
Is he one of the fullbacks that you look at though in the comp and try to look at what he does in a game?
Yeah, I try to look at a few. Just sort of pick parts of their game that I think could help me, but he's definitely an all-rounder, and he's improving each year as well. So still got a lot of work to catch him. No, not really. I think he sort of just lets us play our footy, and he's very much like that. You get picked on your form, and he leaves you alone other than that. So I haven't heard too much.
And you haven't thought of slotting into any other position for the New South Wales squad? Or?
Nah, not really. I'd just be happy to be in the squad, but pretty cliche, but footy does the talking at the moment.
And just touching back on previous form, you scored 4 tries in 11 minutes. Has to be some sort of record for yourself or the club?
Yeah, I think it was. I've seen somewhere, but I didn't do a lot of the hard work there. The boys broke the line, and I was just there to score them. So 4 tries looks pretty, but I guess the other boys put me over for them, so I have to give credit to them.
And it's going to probably be a lot tougher this week against the Roosters. I guess what's Craig sort of put into your mind as far as tackling them? He's had, I guess, some up and down sort of form as a coach against them, winning some, losing some. Is there anything he tells you in particular?
No, not really. I think it's just with big games, the little moments you really got to pay attention to, and especially now there's a lot of fatigue in the game. Just really switching your attention to doing the little things right, and keeping it real simple. So they're just the messages this week, and we'll try to do that on Friday.
And just one last one. You mentioned those, I guess, big moments. I think Bellas has said the weeks previous. I think Cam Smith probably, he realised he did a lot more, I suppose, than what may have transpired. Is that sort of the focus, like you said, those big moments, owning them, making sure you do the right thing at the right time?
Yeah, I think so. We're definitely all learning as a leadership group, and as young guys in the squad, I think we're learning we were with Smithy for a few years now. We saw what he did, and now it's more of a collective effort to do that and calm everyone down and stay composed in those big moments. So it's definitely a learning thing, and I still feel like there's been a couple of games this year where we have learnt from. So we sort of looked at our losses as those lessons, and we just got to put into practice.